He played 20 NHL seasons and influenced an entire generation of offensive defensemen. But you didn't dare skate into neutral ice with your head down when Marcel Pronovost was on the ice.
And Marcel could rush with the best of them. I mean, he was a bull. He was the last really good, solid, up, straight body checker that wouldn't do anything dirty. But if you dropped your head, he was going to stick his shoulder right in the middle of your chest.
He was a big man up in the upper body, and when he hit you, you were hit.
Guys have told me that when you got hit by Pronovost, it was like running into a brick wall. And I've seen him nail a few guys very good.
He was a guy who would come out of there pretty good. He could lug that puck pretty fast. He was a very good skater, and he could lug that rubber.
They knew I was on the ice. They'd look for me because they knew if they got their head hung somewhere that I'd be there to get a chunk of them.
Marcel Pronovost won 4 Stanley Cups in his 15 Red Wing seasons and added a 5th cup with the Toronto Maple Leafs in 1967.
And the first one was 49-50. I was just coming up from Omaha, and I was 19 years old, and you know, I was just ecstatic, really. But then later on, there's different satisfaction. Like 52, we won 8 straight. That was satisfactory, very satisfactory. 55, we were 10 points behind Montreal going in the last 10 games, and we finished up in first place. We beat Montreal at home in Detroit. And then in Toronto, well, we weren't exactly, we had a very experienced hockey club, and we had a lot of old dogs that knew what to do.
Marcel played with us in Toronto in 1967. We won the Stanley Cup. A story that I can remember, we were in Montreal, and that next period we got on the ice. For some reason, Marcel Pronovost scored a goal, and he only scored about 2 goals all year. And we beat Montreal that night 3-1, and we came back and won the Stanley Cup in Toronto in the next game, in the 6th game. So I'll always remember that goal when Marcel got in the playoffs.
Pronovost's frequent defense partner was another former Red Wing great, Red Kelly. No other team in the league featured a pair like this, 2-way defensemen with exceptional speed and great defensive skills.
When you talk about speed, the one thing I'd like to mention is be an accomplished skater. Go to the right, go to the left, be able to turn, be able to go from forward to backward, and you know, all that. That is on top of the speed, you know, so you can maneuver, and really the one thing that you look at is never turn your back on the crowd, on the play. Always keep your back to the crowd. See, and that's the secret. Let your feet do the work.
In spite of his great talent, Pronovost received little attention on a star-studded team. 5 of his teammates have banners hanging at the Joe, and Pronovost didn't receive all-star recognition until Kelly was traded to the Leafs.
But you know, he was Doug Harvey before Doug Harvey. He was certainly Bobby Orr before Bobby Orr. Not at the level of Harvey, you know, the 2 greatest defensemen ever lived. I don't mean that. Those guys were magicians, okay? And he was an awesome weapon for the Red Wings. Not only was he a good defenseman, he was an attacker, and he could get the puck in a position where the Lindsays and the Howes and the Abels could work it around to shoot at the net.
Although underrated most of his career, Pronovost was not overlooked by the Hall of Fame when he was inducted in 1978. Marcel lives in Windsor and is a local amateur scout for the New Jersey Devils.